The music has turned out to be an amenity for our tourists. We're not sure that, the police doesn't feel that the music in particular has had really much impact. Oceanfront Enhancement Committee is saying, well, what's the larger vision? Frankly, the larger vision has to do with the design plans for the resort area, the redevelopment plans for the Old Beach neighborhood and all. That's the big picture, and we have to continue to improve the design of the resort until it's such a time that it attracts people that are paying customers to our commerce that's there.
I think that us appearing here the week before the 4th of July with this kind of we need an immediate response is not the proper way to run government. Because I want a plan that's based on facts and figures. I want to know how many arrests, and I want to know, you know, what is being done. I'm disturbed with this whole process. You know, I heard that you all had the meetings down there and from people who were in the meetings and what was discussed. I guess I was more disturbed by the process that we weren't kind of kept informed about what was happening in the spring. And I noticed this report strictly addresses the monetary reduction that would occur as a result of closing those. But there's a lot more to this than monetary. The monetary part from the city is just one part of it. The monetary part to all these business owners.
I don't have a prepared thing on arrest statistics. I could probably answer some questions about specific arrests and what they are, but you know, I just didn't bring that data with me, but I'm sure we could make it available to you at any time. And we do track that, and that's part of what we do down there is track the arrests and the statistics and the areas where the arrests are occurring, because it helps us identify where there may be problem areas that require tighter attention. I guess the recent example was the 600 block of Virginia Beach Boulevard. We had an establishment that had a lot of problems in it, and we worked with the community and eventually started pursuing a action for common nuisance, which did result in solving the problem. What we're seeing on Atlantic Avenue, and believe me, Atlantic Avenue was vastly improved from what it was 10 years ago. We have to devote an inordinate amount of our manpower to manage these crowds. Usually the 200 block of 17th Street, we routinely wind up having to close that because the sidewalks just cannot support the pedestrian traffic. So in the interest of public safety, we have to close that, and that takes 3 or 4 officers to do. And then sometimes 19th Street, 2100 block of Atlantic at 21st Street, same thing happens. The crowds just get so large that they overwhelm the traffic control devices. And that's what we're really trying to mitigate here is the frustration that everyone feels when you get these large, unmanageable crowds in a confined area.
Mr. Villanueva.
This is not about me not supporting public safety. My problem has been with the process. I mean, we talk about partnering with citizens, listening to concerns, and trying to find solutions. And in this case, we did not do that. So I'm not going to support this initiative. This came out of nowhere. I wasn't even informed up until last week that we were going to do this. And with this council looking at economic development initiatives for a new entertainment district and Rudy Loop, you know, all that goodwill has gone away just because of this one initiative, and we've got to start again. All that trust that we've developed with RAC is gone because we didn't follow the process.
I wanted to say something else. I think there's a lot of double talk here, and I don't want to leave it with, we send out a message that we're doing one thing or another with this family business. And my experience in being down there with my grandchildren and with other people that visit and so forth, particularly like on the 4th of July weekend, trying to get around down there when things are closed off and those gates and barricades and so forth, and the message that they send when you're trying to go to the fireworks and so forth. Maybe that sends, and maybe it's essential for control. And I think that if you all can put this together and come back with something that we can discuss with the basis of what it is you want to do, it gives me a lot of heartburn the way this thing has come about, because I support a master plan, and a plan is comprehensive in that it will address all of these concerns and what we're talking about, not just one thing, what's going on in the street down there. Maybe we should close the streets off and let them walk in the street instead of the sidewalk. I don't know what the answers are, but we haven't heard all the possibilities, and I guess I feel kind of like what Ron said. I feel like I've been maneuvered into a position of having to publicly state that I'm going along with this because I don't have a choice. And I don't like this position, and I don't think our citizens should be put in this position.
If somebody wants to go down there, they can either get down there before midnight or they can visit one of the other parking lots. It's not like the resort's being closed.
Well, in all fairness to the staff, this was brought up by the members of council over concern of 17th Street and things of that
But not
nature.
shutting down the parking lot, Mayor. That was not it.
That was not a
That
part
was
of
not
it.
it.
No.
Well, no, that no one on the council initiated it, but it was discussed, it was thrown out, and everybody seemed to think if that would solve the problem, they should take a look at it.
We did not bring it up.
Well, it's all in memory. I guess that's what makes a good court case.